everyone.
Hey guys,
Welcome back
to another episode
of
So
Simpatico. Didn't love that, but that's okay. We are going to be working on that.
Come back next time.
Yeah.
We'll do a better intro.
Even though I told several people, come back for the next episode, it'll be better. So, starting
strong.
Yeah.
Literally.
I want to intro. You told me not to do this. I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh, God.
First episode, I was so incredibly annoying. Talked over Fiona, told really unfunny, boring stories. I just want everyone to know that's not a reflection
This is unfunny and boring.
This is unfunny and boring, but it's a disclaimer. Oh, Alexa told me something.
She agreed. You're being unfunny and boring.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
personally, I think that calling attention to how annoying you are being just makes you that much more annoying to the people watching.
Sure, of course. Except it will drive me crazy if I don't bring attention to it.
Well, we're addressing the rumors.
I am unfunny and boring. This is so okay. Let's get into it.
This is our holiday episode. Merry Christmas.
Actually,
right, so
it's our holiday episode. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Jinx, so simpatico. Whatever you celebrate, enjoy. We hope you have
your time.
Yeah.
Might be your last.
Oh, and a little transition into
on
that note. Fiona, how was your day yesterday? What happened?
It was fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was Friday.
Yay.
I woke up. Let's see. Let me start from the beginning of my day because I woke up at 4:15 to take my final for school, psychology. I was lied to. I thought it would be 30 questions in 2 hours. It was actually 30 questions per unit in 2 hours, so 90 questions. But it was fine because it was online and multiple choice. But then then I almost died.
How?
Yeah. Car accident. Don't laugh.
Fiona did what? This is our clickbait.
Hell nah.
Hell nah. Role model hell nah impression challenge, go. Otto.
Hell nah.
Hell nah.
Hell nah.
Okay.
Vote down below who won.
So
I almost died. Basically, upstate New York is kind of snowy. And for a girl who's never driven in the snow before, I lasted almost all day before getting into trouble. And actually, it truly, even right now, does not feel real. We got Otto on the pod.
On the
First guest on the pod. You want to come up? Nope, he's gonna sit.
Don't do that. Okay.
So, it doesn't feel real at all. It didn't
describe
feel like it
what
really
happened.
To me.
What happened?
Okay, since you asked. Since you asked so nicely.
I don't know.
Basically, I was driving. My dad and I had to drop off his car to get detailed, I guess. And we were coming back from picking it up. So he was in his car and I was in my car, my mom's car. We were driving on the highway. We were like a mile from the exit where we were getting off, so we were so close to home. And all of a sudden I was driving and I realized that first of all it was dark and like snow coming at me, and my car is lower to the ground, and so all the headlights.
Car? It's the cutest car.
It's a little Volkswagen Beetle. Bug, I mean. It might be gone forever. We don't know yet.
Everyone pray for her.
Yeah. Let's start a GoFundMe.
Yeah. And what color is it?
It's silverish blue. Anyway, so we're driving and everything is going on, and all of a sudden I kind of realize that I don't know where in the lanes I am because there's snow on the ground and I can't see the lines at all. And so I thought that I had drifted over and I was halfway in the right in the middle lane. Mm-hmm. So I kind of did a quick jerk of the wheel to get back into the right lane. And lo and behold, my whole car spins. And so I turn the other way, it spins some more, try and go back again, and now I'm off the road, headed for those trees over there. Oh. Yeah. And so I kind of swerve the car one more time, and through some magic or something,
divine miracle.
Yeah, I narrowly missed like some real big trees, and
Do you
I
tell?
like went down into this ditch and into this
I have to help Autumn.
stream. Um, and it was so freaky. Like my dad was like right in front of me, and so I called him and I was like, "Hey, hey, I'm good." He saw me go kind of in his rearview mirror. But yeah, like it was crazy and it felt really out of body, and I cannot even imagine like if that had ended another way. Luckily, like thank God, nothing bad happened to anyone. The worst part, I broke a nail. No, Otto's
Oh,
so cute. We're gonna post a picture of
I
him.
know.
Insert a
Yeah.
photo of Otto.
Insert photo of Autumn. Sorry.
He's adorbs.
Yeah, just sit over there. Okay. Yeah,
So
that's
yeah, that's my
horrible.
story. We, I broke a nail, and then like we slowed traffic in a lane for like an hour, and that's it.
Hey everyone.
We flipped.
Sorry, we had to change visit. If you move.
Doggy
Sorry.
issues, am I right?
Doggy issues. Anyway, Fiona, that is horrible. Like this poor girl, she called immediately after. She called her father and she said, "You know who I need to call? I need to call Mel." And I was in the middle of a puzzle, and I was with our good friend. Oh my god, I was about to say Fiona. Good friend
Lena
Lena. Okay.
of
Of
Hogs fame,
Hogs. You
and
sit
also my
down. You
roommate.
settle. Settle down. Okay.
And Mel was
Settle.
like,
Thank you.
"Hey, we're doing a puzzle," and my like phone is shaking, but you can't even tell because I'm in the dark.
Yeah, and I was like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, girly. Hey, girly pop."
And I was like, "I was just in a car accident." I'm like crying now because
Yeah.
the shock has worn off. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was crazy.
Like that's traumatizing. I was like, because she was like, "Yeah, lol, I'm in a ditch." It was insane.
Yeah, I honestly, it was like it wasn't even my excuse for like calling you directly after calling my dad and not like any kind of emergency help was just that I didn't want to be alone. No, I'm kidding. It
No
was just because
one,
I love to shock people, and I was like, who can I get? Who can I
and
get
she
real
likes
good?
attention. I also think, yeah, she had to just tell me.
Yeah,
It was that was crazy though.
yeah.
And then Lena was like, "Why did she call you?" And I was like, "Well,
She,
you don't get our bond." No, I was also like,
we're soul
"Yeah, we
sisters.
are. We're so sympathetic." Um. Anyway, you may be wondering, maybe not, why Otto is so um reliant on me. Otto got hit by a truck. That was traumatizing. That happened.
And in that way, we are so
In
simpatico.
that way, maybe Otto should be the host. Do you have anything to say? I'm gonna try to bite this and eat it. You can't eat this. Anyway, Otto and I were walking, and a FedEx truck came whipping, and the leash. Oh, it's okay. You're okay. He gets emotional. Anyway, one thing led to another. The FedEx guy was like, "I thought he'd stop running." I was like, "Why in the Sam heckety heck? Why would a dog stop running?" Um. Anyway, he's okay now. His skin is healing, and so now he is having. Don't
He's on a
lick it.
skincare journey,
He is
actually.
on a skincare journey. Anyway, but look how cute he is. Aw, he's perfect. Anyway, so let's get into it.
Yeah,
It's been like 10 minutes already.
right.
Um,
This is the holiday episode.
holiday episode. Should we go through like what are some holiday traditions that you and your family have?
We don't have many. Our biggest tradition is we go down and see my grandparents for Christmas every year,
Right.
in Florida, and we drive usually, which takes 2 days, but it's cool. You know, you get some nice quality car time.
With the fam.
Yep. And oh my god, sorry.
What? Oh.
Um, yeah, we don't really have too many traditions. I know a lot of people think that's crazy. We're just not
Well, you don't get a tree, which is kind of wild.
like my grandparents have a tree. They have a fake tree, and it's usually decorated before we get down there. So I don't have to do any of that, which is awesome. I don't undecorate it either.
Yeah, but decorating a tree is so much fun.
For some, to me, decorating a tree is like building a gingerbread house. In the way that it sounds like it'll be fun, and people hold it in their mind as something, a fun activity around Christmas time to do. But when you're actually doing it, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm so bored. I'm so tired. I don't want to do this. This is so terrible.
I can't relate to that at all. I love, first of all, I love gingerbread houses. And
Building them,
yeah,
like when you stick them together and then they hold, and then like 20 minutes later they fall apart and you just want to scream and cry.
I think you're being a bit of a negative Nelly, to be really honest with you. And I think structurally, my gingerbread houses have always been phenomenal. And if you need a tip or two, I'm happy to give it to you. So, yeah, I think I feel like I haven't been in the Christmas spirit since like middle school,
Yeah.
to be
Like
really
since you stopped
honest.
believing in Santa.
Yeah, it took me a while, guys.
Same. Same.
Yeah, so
Like I
simpatico.
think
What year?
like
Same.
yeah.
Same. Sixth grade.
You know what? In school. In school I found out.
Oh, okay.
Because
This is like
oh,
a
you don't want to
good.
know how? Okay, so also I kind of already knew, but like I didn't
Yeah.
want it like to be
Yeah,
confirmed, but I was like
exactly.
I love my childhood and I want to hang on to that.
And
And my library teacher, it was like library slash religion class because every day we'd listen to Saint of the Day and we'd have to write down like 10 fun facts about
right,
this stupid
right.
saint. It was terrible,
Not
literally
stupid
the
saint.
worst. And then we had to learn the Dewey Decimal System. um,
So walk us through how you found out. What was that experience like? Make it really like
right. So basically, she's like, okay, class, it's the last day of school, maybe before Christmas break, or our last library class at least, which that's an oxymoron if I've ever heard one. And
what do you mean?
like, how are you going to have a library class? Like, how do you have a class in library? That's
Oh,
not a subject.
okay. Well, that was the subject, or I guess that was tech. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, we had that too.
Yeah.
Um, and she was like, so I'm going to just show you this documentary on Saint Nick.
Oh,
And
harmless, right?
yeah,
So you'd
harmless.
think.
And some dude in the documentary was like, yeah, and they like to refer to him as Santa Claus, but he's really just, a myth for kids. And I was like, oh, ruined. Ruined. Yeah.
That's horrible. I'm so
It was too
let's
late. It was too late in life.
okay, but here's the thing. People don't every time you check, I'm like, oh
I'm
god.
sorry.
We need to have more mysticism in our everyday lives because do you know how much fun it would be to walk around and be like, hey, maybe there is a big fat jolly man coming down from the North Pole delivering
Doing
me
what?
presents and he knows me, he watches. Well, the watching part is a little creepy. But
But I
like
don't think it's like I never really thought of it as like, oh, he's watching you. I always thought of it as like
he'll get a
he
report.
has like a sense of like, are you good or bad?
Yeah.
Are you being naughty or
Yeah.
nice? Not like it's like he's keeping tabs. He's not like peering through your window.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's
Or
not real, so
he might be. Yeah, I feel like I there's not really a distinct moment. I think for me when I stopped believing. I mean, who knows? Maybe he really is out there.
I have a picture of him.
You do have a picture of him.
And I used it as proof, like the
One
year
time
before.
when I was younger, my dad called me from work and he was like, "Hey, Santa's in the office today." And I was like, "What?" And this guy was like, "Ho ho ho, Melanie. How are you? What do you want for Christmas?" And I was like, "Well, I forget what I said." But
Just give us an example of what you might have said
well,
based on the time.
based on the time, this was when I've always been very skeptic. If you know me, you know that I'm very skeptic and I have trust issues probably. Undiagnosed. A lot of things are. Well, actually, some things are diagnosed. We'll get into that in a later episode. But what? You want to belly rub? I was very skeptical of Santa. Still a true believer though, and I feel like I deserve some credit for that. But my brother and I would ask for an elf. We were like, if you're really real, deliver us an elf.
Like Elf on the Shelf?
No, like a real life elf.
Okay.
You know, like Dobby from Harry Potter?
Oh, sure.
I was like, hey, send me one.
Okay.
And I don't even need to keep him. I just want to know that they're real.
Okay. And did he? He never did.
He never did. And you know what?
Every year he writes in his letter, he's like,
He's
yeah,
like,
I can't spare the workers right now.
yeah. No, he was like, not. I don't want to be girl. I love you, but I can't get into that right now. yeah, I was a big elf truther. Because did you ever watch Arthur Christmas? It was like a
Arthur the kids show?
no,
No, I didn't.
Arthur Christmas. He is comment down below. No one is watching this. This is also real. I feel like we're being boring, but it's fine. We're tired. We've had a busy day. We'll get into
Yeah.
that. But Arthur Christmas, there's this guy who's like Santa's son, and Santa basically lives on
Oh,
a
I have. Oh
spaceship,
my God, I forgot.
and
Yeah,
Arthur
I've
gets
seen
like
this.
stranded, and basically that is like part of the reason why it took me so long to stop believing, because I was like, this is plausible. Do you know what I mean though? Like
Yeah,
Santa
this
could just
could happen.
it could
Yeah,
because NASA exists. Why can't Santa?
yeah,
Hello?
yeah. No,
Santa is a
literally.
glorified astronaut. And no one wants to talk about it. And you know what? I'm mad about it. Anyway.
So yeah,
So yeah. That's like moving on to
yeah.
that was
So
like
sixth
our
grade
little
was a good year for us.
yeah, well, 6th grade was a bad year actually because
Yeah,
that was the probably the year that we both
right. So that's called
entered
sarcasm.
adulthood.
That was.
Comment down below if Fiona's bad at sarcasm.
It seems pretty obvious to me. We were just talking about how we stopped believing in Santa Claus in sixth grade, and I said, yeah. So it was a great year for us.
Whatever.
No one gets my British humor.
We were discussing how because we've had a busy day today. Fiona came to my humble abode because I said I needed to have my baby girl in my arms after that travesty of a car accident. And she came and I just held her for a while. We cried.
Otto started barking at us.
Otto started barking at us. He does not like when people hug. He only likes
Anti-hugger.
anti-hugger.
Honestly, I was an anti-hugger for a long time too.
Until she met me.
She changed my outlook.
Yeah. But what did we do? First we went to Marshall's.
It was lit.
Lit as F. Okay? Because actually, let me tell you about this traumatizing. This is like so boring. I feel like I had a fun.
What are you gonna tell them?
I was gonna tell them about how that lady scared me away.
Mel's humor got taken wrong today, and
like so unbelievably disappointing. Basically, it was Marshall's was crowded because everyone's looking for that good in Marshall's, and so I go up to this lady, this worker, and I'm like, hey, do you know where the carts are? And she was like, no, I don't. And I was like, okay, awesome. And she like did not like that. She said, excuse me, ma'am.
and then she like kept talking about, oh,
She's
every
like,
cart in the store is being used. We don't have any in the back. And I was like, girl,
okay, I don't
we
need an
didn't ask.
explanation. I just want to know if you knew where the carts are.
Yeah.
Honestly, a simple no would have been fine. I would be
Yep.
like, okay, cool.
It would have sufficed.
And then she came back around and like started lecturing us
Yeah.
about like people who steal from the store. She's
Yeah,
like,
the 5-finger discount.
you know what that's called? I was like, this box is empty. She's like, give it to me. You know what this is called? A 5-finger discount. And I was like, oh, I'm not familiar. Meanwhile, my whole coat is stuffed. No, I'm just kidding. I've never
Yeah,
stolen
we're
anything.
sweating because we're like, oh, she saw us.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Just we've never stolen.
Yeah.
And then we went to TJ
Just
Maxx.
stolen hearts.
Stolen hearts. Ding. Put in. Actually, I'm editing this episode.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
So I have to send you all this footage. I have to send you all this footage. I'm gonna airdrop it to you.
Okay, yeah. Do I even have storage? Whatever. Well,
can I airdrop it to your computer?
I don't even. I genuinely. We'll
That's how I do it.
I know, but I don't have storage on anything.
Girl. So I think I'm gonna be editing.
Okay. Put a ding when we wink and cut this out.
No, I'm keeping it in.
Okay. Yeah. What else? I have a funny
Yeah. Give us so. Sometimes when people do podcasts, they come up with topics beforehand.
We don't.
Well, today Mel has something she wants us to share.
Oh, I had a topic which we can discuss now, or I can get into like this little story that I had.
Okay, do whatever. Queen.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the story about how. Okay, so I picked my grandma up from the airport. She, this is so. I don't know.
This is a good one, guys.
This is a good one. I picked my grandma up. I got there early because I'm a good granddaughter. And she was getting wheeled through the airport because she's 84 years old. And if you think that 84-year-old should be able to take care of themselves, sure, but like she can walk. I don't know why I'm defending Pat. She's amazing. That's my girl. Anyway, so the guy comes out and I'm like waving to her and I'm like, hey girl, it's me, your granddaughter. And she says, awesome. And then she tries to get out and the guy's like, no. And I was like, yeah, don't get out. And he said, is someone outside, like right at the arrivals? And I was like, no, 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 I parked in the garage. He's like, oh, okay, so someone's in the car, so maybe they can. And I was like, no, I parked and I came and picked her up. And he was like, what? And I said, yeah, I drove here. And he was like, so sorry, I didn't think you were old enough to drive.
Right, right.
And this is not a new experience for me, guys. Over the summer, I went to the this is like a double homicide within the span of an hour. Okay, I go to the doctor's office. Granted, it's a pediatrician. If you judge me, I'm judging you right back because only God can judge us. Forget the haters, because somebody loves ya. Ding. I go to the doctor. I sign in, and the receptionist is like, 19? She says it like that. It's a very quiet waiting room. I was like,
as in, like, what are you doing here? You're older than 18.
no, as in, like, you look 12.
Oh.
What do you mean you're 19? And I said, mm-hmm.
You want my license?
And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, that was a little rude of me, but one day you're going to be really grateful to look younger.
Right.
I'm not feeling very grateful because your reaction to my age was quite heinous. And then I go into the doctor. We gab. Love my doctor. I'm not going to say her name. Then I go get a haircut. This is when I get my bob. I don't know if you guys are familiar. This was a revolutionary time. Okay?
Lives were changed.
Lives were changed. Similar to Fiona's junior year haircut.
Like,
cultural reset. Every time. Every freaking time we talk about it, I'm like, cultural reset.
Guys, it was 2021 and I got a shag.
Insert a picture. It was so good, guys. And she used her natural hair. Ugh. Anyway. So I go to the hairdresser to go get my bob. And this guy is like, oh, what are you doing this summer? And I was like, oh, nothing. I'm just working.
Going to day camp.
I'm just working, you know. And he's like, working? What do you mean working? And I was like, oh, at my job. Job? I thought you were 13. And I said, nope, I'm 19 years old, sir. And then he said, wow, this haircut is really not going to help you. and yet he cut it. So thank you so much. And then I tipped him when I really shouldn't have because he was really rude.
I think that a lot of people have that thing where people think they're much younger than they are. I personally thought that I looked younger, or like, I'm like, God, I could not pass for anything older than I am.
Yeah.
But like, I've never had an experience like that where someone's been like, what?
Like, I think I just have like chubby cheeks. And I still have that youthful twinkle in my eye.
Lena gets it a lot too.
Does she?
Yeah. When she comes on the pod, she can talk about it.
Yeah.
She gets told that she looks 13 a lot.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I've also been mistaken for a boy.
That's funny. I've never been, but my brother one time was mistaken for a girl. So we were in the grocery store with our mom, and the cashier like looked at us, and she was like, "You ladies have a good weekend." But it was COVID, so we had masks on.
Oh my god!
And my brother had grown out his hair, so like he was asking for it. But yeah,
that's actually hilarious. I got told, "Hey, buddy."
Okay, but being called kid.
Oh yeah. Well, this is another thing.
This is why we had a holiday episode, is to tell this story.
Yes. Okay. So also, this is probably
I'm probably not really that great of a story.
No, it's just we felt great after.
Yeah.
But this is honestly the only reason why I'm grateful for holding space for this story. This is the only reason why I'm grateful that people think I'm younger, is because they will call me kid. And one time, when was this? Like 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
I think it was junior year.
3 years ago, which is crazy.
No, it must have been senior year then.
Sorry.
Yeah, we were going out for lunch. It was senior year.
Oh, yeah. So we were walking down Park Avenue, and if you're familiar with New York City, people will sell Christmas trees on the side of the road.
And it's beautiful and it's lovely. In the UK, they sell them in grocery stores, and that's it.
That's sad.
Yep. Lena and I got our tree from Aldi this year.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you got a tree. My apartment was not decorated
Yeah,
at
but it
all.
wasn't a tree that smelled good. It was like kind of like down. It like didn't smell at all.
Okay, well
Anyway,
let's
sorry.
continue the story. So basically, we're walking, we're strutting, honestly, because when we get let out of that school for lunch, we are like,
We are on
oh,
our way.
oh, we're the Beastie Boys.
Yeah. True. But two 17-year-old
Two
girls.
17-year-old girls, but the Beastie Boys,
Right.
nevertheless.
Hmm.
And so we're walking, and this guy's like, this guy is trying to decide between two trees, or
And
it
he's
was
trying
a
to sell
lady,
a tree
yeah,
to a woman.
to a woman, and he's like, well, you can.
He was like, "Hey kids, which tree is better?" Like, we were just walking, minding our own business, and we were like,
That
first of
one,
all,
yeah. Oh,
love that.
well, I was gonna. Okay,
Okay.
we gave him our answer. We
Yeah.
walked away,
We're like, that one.
and then we chatted a little bit after. I remember us exchanging a
Yeah.
few words.
We're like, wow, I love being called kid.
We walked away. We're like, that was life changing.
And
Because
that was
what do you mean
quintessential New York.
truly? Because I love being called, "Hey kid,
Hey kid. And like,
hey, are you my
hey
dad?
man.
Like, can you
Are
be
you
my
a
dad?
father figure?
Like, honestly,
Yeah. It
call
was
me
amazing.
kid."
He wasn't even that old, too.
He was like middle aged,
Yeah. But like,
but
people don't do that enough anymore, and I think we need to bring it back.
yeah.
Hey
Instead, it's
kid.
like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Terrible. I have a coworker who is older. He's like kind of he's a grown man. And he has an awesome handlebar mustache. Shout out Carl. He calls me kid, and I love it. I literally live for it, truly.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm living for. That
Right.
and
The hopes of being called kid
the
again.
hopes of being called kid.
Right. Even though we were just talking about how much we love life before.
Yeah, we were.
Not love life, but how much
We
we feel like we
appreciate.
have things to live for.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I almost died.
Yeah, we've been having really good convos. We had such a fun day just driving around. We were listening to really good music. Well, it was like my
Somebody else.
playlist.
Somebody else again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Greatest song ever.
truly.
And you know what? You guys have me to thank for role model putting that out, because I literally swiped up on his story and I was like, "Hey
Put
King,
this
can
on
we get
Apple
this on
Music.
Apple Music for the Apple Music lovers?"
And he
And
said,
he was
"Hey,
like,
you're
"Hey kid,
gorgeous.
of course."
You want to
And
be called kid by role model?"
he's like 5 years older than us. How old is he?
He's like a lot. Oh, he's like 8 years older, I think.
Okay.
But never too old.
Never too old.
But yeah, I was laughing at the fact that when we were driving, a song would come on and be like, "Oh my god, I love this song," and it's my playlist.
Mhm.
And Fiona was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,"
Yeah.
and
For
then I
sure.
was like, "Oh, do you want to play a song?" She's like, "No, nope. I'm happy that you're happy."
Because honestly, like when people ask me to DJ, like it just becomes too much about like what do I think that they'll be impressed by, or what do I think that they'll like, you
But do you
know?
feel that way about me?
Less about you. My aunt is always trying to make me DJ in the car, and I'm like, girl,
Yeah, I get
no
that.
thanks. But
Because when I go to my great aunt's in California, she hint where I go to school. Everyone knows where I go to
that's
school.
like a state.
Yeah. When I go to her house, she's like very into 70s rock and like alt whatever, and she'll tell you if she's like, I don't like this. And so I'm always like, what can I play? I play Simon and Garfunkel because I actually like them. Um, Sometimes I'll play the Rolling Stones and stuff, but I played her Phoebe Bridgers and she loved Phoebe Bridgers. Like loved.
Well,
And I
everyone loves Phoebe
what?
Bridgers.
No, some people like
Literally I was listening to Day After Tomorrow when my car crashed.
and then I said, "Are you sure it was an accident, Queen?" Um,
Yeah, because I love that song and I want to hear it again.
okay, yeah, true.
Fine.
Fine. Ugh. But yeah, I agree. I think the feeling of I guess the validation that you get when someone's like, "Oh wow, this is a great song." And
Yeah.
it's like I had no part in writing this or coming up with this song, but that's a compliment to me, and I appreciate
Right,
that.
right.
Um,
Yeah.
and this is why we have, well, I have a severe individuality complex because I
Right.
think that I'm the exception to every
Say that a
rule.
little louder though, because
No, thank
I
you.
couldn't really understand what you were talking about. What you just said.
I was just saying how like
You have a
An individuality complex.
crippling.
But here's the thing, and I was thinking about this when I was going into New York City for the first time since being home. And you'll see when you edit this, every time you look, I look too.
At you?
No, at the thing.
Oh.
Um, the first time that I was going into the city on this break, I was like, I forget what I was listening to, but I was listening to a really good song, and I was looking out the window at
Somebody else, my role model?
maybe, but I was looking out the window of the train,
Covered by role model.
and I was like, wow, no one has ever experienced this feeling.
Oh, except
Yeah, say what you're gonna say.
except maybe the millions of people who commute into New York City every single day for their 9 to 5s.
Yes.
Except maybe every single person who was on that train with you at that exact moment looking at the same view.
Except, and I think this is something to appreciate about, and this is, you call it an individuality complex. I call it like appreciating your unique perspective. We are never going to know that anyone thinks the same. And like, you will never feel the way that I feel exactly, and I will never feel exactly the way you do. Like, everyone has their own unique perspective, and I feel like that's something that we need to celebrate. And, or not celebrate necessarily, because it's nothing really, it's not an achievement, but I just think it's interesting to be like, I am never going to be this age again. I'm never going to get this time back, and I'm looking out the window and I'm listening to a great song, and I'm really happy about that.
But isn't it true that, like, in the way that we're all having unique experiences and perspectives, that really then we're all the same?
No, what do you mean?
Like, if every single person is having their own experience, then it's kind of like we're all having
We're all having a
the
unique
same.
experience. It's not the same experience. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But then,
when,
no, I'm saying, sorry, it's like not unique then to be having a unique experience because
no,
everyone's
it's,
having a unique experience.
yeah, but like, no
And
one,
in that way, you're just like everyone else.
I mean, granted, we all have similarities. That's a part of humankind. But I'm saying, I think that there is something to be said about how we're all going to interpret things differently, and we're all going to have a unique perspective. And that's based on genetics, our brains. It's like nature and nurture and
Yeah.
stuff.
But I think that your issue comes from gatekeeping.
I do love to gatekeep.
You live to gatekeep.
Okay, what's an example though?
Oh my God, like literally a few days ago, we were on a FaceTime call with Kai, and he asked, "Oh, what's your favorite Christmas song?"
Oh.
And Mel said "Last Christmas" by Wham, and I said "River" by Joni Mitchell, and she was like, "No one gets that song the way I get that song." And I was like, "Then why isn't it your favorite Christmas song? You could have just said it. You don't have to be mad that I said it."
No.
You were. You were like, "No."
No.
You were like, "No. No."
Don't upset Otto.
Otto's
I'm just
sleeping. I can hear him snoring from here.
um no, that was not, you misinterpreted it. That's
Right,
what I'm saying.
right,
Everyone has
right,
their unique interpretation.
right.
But yes, I was, okay, also you have to take everything I say with a grain of salt because
No, yeah, I like
like,
wasn't
I was
I wasn't
kidding,
hurt by it, but I was just like, that is so Mel, typical Mel.
but when I said it, it was like obviously a joke. Like, I was rage baiting. I love to rage bait.
And I'm
Truly.
easily rage baited.
She's an Aries. We talked about this last week.
Yeah, I get mad real
She
quick.
gets mad. Trust, she gets mad. Um, but like, do you know what I like? I'm first of all, I was kidding when I was like, nobody gets that song the way I do. What are you saying?
Right, right.
Yeah, but everyone close to me can vouch for that. I love to rage bait or like annoy people.
Yeah.
Hey guys, looking for more friends.
But it's what
It's part of my
what people love
charm,
about
being
you.
annoying. I said that last week. I said I'm incredibly annoying, and I was incredibly annoying on last week's pod. I hope I'm doing better, but I will only know in
Again, calling
hindsight.
attention to it again.
Sorry. I'm sorry. But like, I don't know. Like, I love that song by Joni Mitchell. I also just love Joni Mitchell. We
Yeah.
both do.
Yeah.
So does Allie. Shout out
And
Allie.
my mom.
And your mom?
Mhm.
My mom likes her too.
Big fan of my mom.
I mean, she's great. And Gracie Abrams loves her too. Everyone loves Joni
Yeah.
Mitchell. Haim
All
loves
the cool
her.
people.
Yeah. If you haven't, my favorite, this is like a classic, like, this is basic. My favorite Joni Mitchell album is Blue.
Yeah.
It's like, no skips.
Yeah.
Truly. I played California in California for this no-namer in the car. On the sun is setting. We're driving back from Laguna Beach, which, if you don't know, it's gorgeous. It's stunning. I'm like, let's play California by Joni Mitchell. This person was like, what even is this?
What?
What even is this? This isn't music.
What? Who said that? Oh,
Yeah. And I was like, you don't deserve
that's
to speak on this.
crazy.
Yeah. You listen to Dave Matthews? Like,
Girl.
girl.
He's a Dave
Anyway,
Matthews fan.
yeah. The people
What are you,
who's
55?
girl.
And you don't know Joni Mitchell?
And also, because if you don't know that song, she's like, has
You're gonna
a
sing
really,
it?
no, I'm not gonna venture
Gonna
into
say,
that. That's dangerous territory.
That is, yeah.
Yeah. But she has a very high pitched voice, beautiful voice, but it's very high, and it's like, anyway.
Yeah. Like a whine.
Yeah, but like,
But nice.
but a nice one.
Yeah.
And it's also just, it makes you appreciate California, and so I was like, this is the perfect song to play.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, no.
No.
And I played it even louder. Like, you don't get the right to speak. Shh, shh. So anyway,
Right.
what's a topic? Did you have a topic prepared?
While we're like breaking in conversation.
Yeah.
What time is it? Okay, 5:49.
Can
Wait,
you
how long
pass me
is
my
this?
phone?
Yeah.
How long have we
Okay,
been
we're
going?
at 36 minutes.
Oh, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
I was just gonna bring
Do you
up.
want your wet paper towel too?
No, that's okay. Ooh, Allie called me.
Get her on the
Okay.
pod.
Yeah, we gotta get her on the pod. Did you have a topic for it? Because I had one.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say that I think that at some point we need to grow up and learn and discover and realize and come to terms with the fact that we can't sing. That a lot of people do not have good voices. And I think that 17 and 18 years old is too old to be singing like you do have a good voice when you don't. Yep.
Is this targeted towards me? Or
Of course you would think that. Of course. No, this is
well, because you've told me, hey, you're not allowed to sing on this podcast.
That's
so it's not
that's
like
for copyright issues.
It's not like, oh, of course you'd say that.
No, I think that well, I was invited to go to a school concert this past week. My brother is in a choir of some kind, and they had a Christmas concert. And also, I think we need to normalize, having Christmas concerts where you don't sing 35 songs.
Agree.
And it's 2.5 hours
Agree.
long.
Totally agree.
With no intermission and no food. I think that, so basically it's like, yeah, it was like a high school Christmas concert. Some people are given solos and things like that. Every single song had at least one person who had a solo. And as much as I really enjoyed the very few people who could actually sing, I think that we should not be giving solos to people who have bad voices and think they have good voices, because that is called teasing, and that is called like false information.
False confidence.
Yes, false confidence, thank you. Like, because those people are going to go out in the world thinking they can sing, and God forbid making other people listen to them sing, when in reality you're flat and you can't hold a tune.
Not like I can.
I also can't sing. Like, I'm not out here with the delusion that I can.
I think I completely agree. I think I'm a big proponent of sing if you want, but I don't think that we should be rewarding bad singers.
Like, because then they get on TikTok and they sing a cover of a song, and you were like, girl, I am
You
unfollowing. You
are
need
you
to
like
shut your mouth.
talking about someone?
Kind of.
Oh. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Right.
Right.
Because that's a good example.
It is a good example, and I have that's originally who I
You're
can't
thinking, yeah.
anyway.
Okay.
I think that because I love to sing. I love to sing. I sing to myself. I sing in the shower.
Yeah.
I sing in this house. I sing in my apartment. I am whoa. I'm an obnoxious singer because and shout out Sophia. I'm gonna shout you out again, girl. I love you. We like almost got into a car accident. Not to cover your ears. We almost got into a car accident because we were singing the
Oh
duet
my
of.
god, 24 hours ago. I was literally in a ditch 24 hours.
And then here I am joking about it. What a horrible friend
Anyway,
I am. Um,
I'm over it.
she's
I'm a
fine.
survivor.
She's fine, guys. Don't leave any pity comments.
She's fine.
She's fine.
But if you want to donate to my GoFundMe, you can.
We'll start one. And if you want to donate to the GoFundMe so we can afford better mics and an actual camera, that'd be great too.
Please.
But anyway, I was just saying, like, we think we sound really good. That's the thing about me.
Yeah.
I think I have a good voice. And if
that's
someone
fine.
and if someone were to say,
If
"Hey,
people are-
sing me a song if you have such a good voice," I'd be like, "No." Like, that's so embarrassing. I'm not doing that.
Right.
But if I were to just like sing, like,
But like you're not like I don't know how it's
but I'm
different, but it
also
is different.
I'm also not
It's different
posting
'cause I'm
on
your
social
friend.
media, being like, "This is a song I wrote, and I
Yeah.
hope you guys like it." And I'm not
Although you
auditioning.
do have that one song that you wrote, and it's very good.
Oh my.
One thing about me.
Yeah, I do have. When I start my one woman show, I have a song, and I won't share it now, but just get excited. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, it's too much to go into right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so also there was a girl at this concert who truly did think she could sing, and she truly was flat. Like she was like close, she's like almost there, but it's like you're not quite hitting those notes that you think you are. But she was a loud singer. She was a kind of a belter. And so the setup was kind of like two microphones on the floor in front of the audience, and then the rest of the choir up on the stage. And so the like choir members who had the solo would come down and sing in front of the microphones while the rest of the choir also sang or whatever.
I just can't imagine Jack being in that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He wasn't in this part of it.
Okay.
This girl, she's front and center. Let's say that. She's front and center in this big old group of juniors and seniors. And she was belting her heart out. What else was she doing? Movement with her hands.
Oh.
Singing like and going like this.
That's one
and, like,
thing I can't stand for.
And no one else was doing any of that. And it was almost like, yeah, it was exactly like that, but it was almost not like, it was almost not like conscious. Like it was like she was being possessed. The way like it wasn't like she was trying to hide
the
anything.
music overtakes you.
Yeah, the music found her soul and she felt it. And
you got the music. What's that song? The
High School
music in
Musical.
me. Yeah. You are the. Okay. Yeah,
Anyway, and yeah, and also she held very intense eye contact with the conductor, like almost the whole time.
Like, you think there's like something going on there?
No, not like that. It was more of a like teacher's pet kind of situation where she was like,
That's
I need to please this guy and and what? And like I need to be in the best in the class and whatever. The whole time I was obviously talking to my mom, like whispering to her. We're big whisperers during shows in my family, critiquing and complaining and making jokes, heckling practically, but quieter. And so I was saying to her, I was like, this girl in the front is killing me. And she was like, I know, like I can't take my eyes off of her. And like also when other people would have a solo, she like you could see that like either if they were a really good singer she like looked mad, or like if they were not a good singer she was like
twin.
Yeah. And then she would always need to do something to kind of get the attention back on her, and that's when the hand movements would kind of start up again. So like the whole time I'm talking to my mom and I'm like, oh yeah, like I love her, I like this is crazy, obviously sarcastic. My crazy mother was like, no, I love her, like truly. I love this girl. She's so entertaining. I have my dad on my other side. He's like whispering in my ear. He's like, I can't stand this girl in front. And I'm like, same. Same, 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 same. And then like we're in the car, we're all talking about it. Also, we had to give my brother's friend a ride home, so it's a packed car, and we're all talking about her. And in that way, she got what she came for. Also, when we were leaving, she shoved me.
Oh, yeah, that would be my final straw. I'd be like,
Hey, and you were
hey,
bad.
you suck. By the way, you're
You're
bad.
flat. Yeah. And I was like,
I'm not kidding, I would have been like, she was not great.
yeah. And you know what? Her attitude matches her singing
Yeah.
potential. So yeah, she was acting as if like there was some kind of big producer in the crowd and she was going to be launching her singing career that night. However, of course, there was not. There was just a bunch of parents who were wondering, why is this concert 2.5 hours long from 7 to 9:30
And like far away. That's
and
annoying.
all the way out in Queens.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That reminded me of, I think I've told you this story about how when I was like 7, probably younger, I went to church and they had a choir naturally, and this
As they
lady,
do.
as they do, as they so often do, the head lady, whatever, choir director, was singing her little heart out, and she's like a bit of an opera singer, and so I said, "This is my time to shine," and I went. And my mom was like, "No, stop! What are you doing?" And I said, "No one can rain on my parade." Church was like honestly I loved church for the attention when I was younger.
Right.
And
when's the last time you went to church?
Anniversary, right? Right.
I think it was about this time last year.
Anyway, that's a discussion for a later time. But then another
time, relationship with God.
we could get into that.
Tonight.
Not tonight.
No.
But another time, the gift bearer wasn't there for whatever reason. So the priest, before he did the consecration, I think that's what. He was like, so our gift bearer is not here. Is anyone willing to volunteer? I was like 5, like solid 5 years old. Doing
right.
What's the thing that people do?
Like this. It was like this. Yeah.
That's me in the crowd. And my mom is like, oh my god. And he's like, okay, you. He calls on me naturally.
Hey, you kid.
Hey, you kid. And I'm like, yeah, I'm adorable. And I just go running up. And he was like, hold your horses, girl. Not right now. And I almost started crying because it was so humiliating. Because then everyone started laughing. I'm like, I'm 5. What do you want from me?
That is so funny.
And what about it? I feel like I have more memories from my early childhood than from like high school.
Yeah, truly. Like I used to go to children's mass or kids mass or whatever.
Sit in the front.
Yeah. No. It was
Wait, what time is your train?
Like 6 something. After 6:30.
Okay.
What time is it?
6.
Okay.
Sorry.
And like kids mass basically it was like later in the morning, and also they had like a fun like lively band with like a drum kit and like keyboard, and so it was lit as hell.
Naturally.
And they had cookies afterwards. I don't know why I ever stopped going. But anyway, so
when they would have Dunkin'. Did your church have Dunkin'?
No.
My church always had Dunkin'.
Nice. My brother though, he's younger than me. They had kids doing the money collection.
Yeah.
And
that's how they get you.
Yeah. One day my brother referred to them as beggar children. And from that day onward, that's what they became known as in my household. Oh yes, the begging children. Oh no, do you have $5 for the beggar children?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That made me think of one time my brother and I both fainted at church.
Oh god. The Holy Spirit.
Truly the Holy Spirit came over us.
That's beautiful.
Sean.
Oh, he's gonna come out here.
That's okay. He can't. Whatever. Anyway,
come on
out, bud.
Come here.
Sean!
No, it's okay.
Is he even, I don't know,
Girl,
whatever.
please.
Anyway. Sean!
You're also yelling in the
I
dark.
know. I'm sorry.
Let's not.
Basically, we went to Friday night mass or Saturday night mass for some reason, I don't know.
Who wants to
And
get up at 7 on a
yeah,
Sunday?
true. And so we were at the kneeling section of church. I forget what everything's called. And so I like my brother starts to move a little. I'm like, what is he doing? And I turn and he goes like this. And he falls back. I was like, I just watched my brother die in church. This is terrifying. And that was really scary. Then my parents like laid him across the pew. We were also like in high school, I think. And so
Really?
yeah, it was like not that long ago.
Oh my god.
And so they lay him down and then they start like he wakes up, I think, ish, but they have to like carry him out. And then the four of us are walking out and I'm walking like in front of my mom and we're walking. I'm like
Oh my
and I just
god.
faint.
Maybe you caught something.
No, I just get really fainty when I see other people faint. My mom is
But
the
like
same way,
many
and my
minutes
dad
later?
too. What?
Many minutes later,
I'm a
though.
I'm well. First of all, I'm an empath, and yeah, that's why I fainted
Okay.
because I was like, oh,
That's crazy. I've never fainted. What's it like?
I faint all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Maybe you have low iron.
I don't know. I probably have
Is
a
that a
lot of
thing?
things going on.
I know when you have low iron, don't you get like dizzy when you stand up?
I don't really get dizzy when I stand up, but like I have fainted. I faint when I see blood or like when needles.
Really?
Yeah, I got blood work done. They take like this much blood. It does not hurt at all.
Oh,
I threw up.
speak for yourself.
No, they like just it's like a pinch. It doesn't hurt.
If you have a vein that they can find. Otherwise, if you're like me, they
Okay,
have to
but
poke and slap you and prod you 3 times
which is
before.
awesome.
Yeah. Anyway,
Which is totally
I'm
awesome.
sorry.
And it rocks. Um I have great veins apparently. Actually, hang on. I can talk about this for days, guys. But
Oh, we're out of time.
we're I got blood work done. They take a little bit of blood. Does not hurt. I fainted and I threw up.
Oh God.
Like I just
But
don't
hey, you know what?
react
You got
well.
that Snoopy shirt.
No, that was like work. They took
Oh,
literally this much blood.
yeah,
I was like, take a prick from my finger.
yeah.
Well, sorry.
Or just don't ask me. I don't really want to know.
I didn't get my blood tested last time, and I think I have like high cholesterol or something. And I said that to my friend's mom, and she was like, "Oh, that's really bad."
Yeah, it is.
I also donated blood, and I fainted and threw up. Then I also
Why did you donate blood if you had that reaction to just having blood work?
the blood work was after,
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
and also you just wanted me to say that I just wanted the Snoopy shirt.
No, that's not.
Um,
No, that's not. I just meant like
Yeah.
I would never have thought I would never think to give blood if like I was like I know I faint at needles and blood, so
I did know that going into it, but I
okay.
was like, this Snoopy shirt is so freaking cute. I need
And
it.
also I want to help people.
And yeah, and also helping people.
There.
I showed up
What's your blood type?
Oh, I'm a universal donor. So they
Oh.
hound me for blood.
Okay.
And I'm like, it'll be more trouble if I give blood. So
Yeah.
I would love to, because my mom gives blood all the time. Literally,
Really?
like however often as you possibly can.
My mother would never ever consider giving blood. Neither would my father. Both of them think it's crazy and kind of gross. Not like gross
like
for helping people, but like they would never do that.
it feels really good. Like after
The
when
blood draining out of you feels really good.
no.
Yeah.
I would rather do so many things. But I went in there and they're like, "Oh my, first time donor. Hey, high five, girlfriend."
Woo!
And I was like, "Thank you, guys." And they're like, "So why'd you choose to do it? Like, we're so inspired by you." And I was like, "Helping people is what I love to do."
People.
And by the way, you are in stock, correct?
By the way, I'm a
Snoopy
size
shirt?
small, so
Yeah. And yeah, my mom like low-key threw me under the bus. She was like, she just wants the Snoopy shirt. And I was like, shh, I want to help people. And they're like, oh. Yeah.
It's my dream.
And then they test you before you give blood, like for any blood diseases.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what if I have like, what if I have AIDS?
Can I still have a shirt?
Please, for my trouble.
What if I have AIDS?
Like, honestly, I was like,
Because you could have just contracted that.
You can.
Yeah.
If you touch blood. I've touched blood before. But I don't have AIDS. But there's nothing wrong with AIDS.
One time...
I mean, it's a bad disease, but if you have AIDS, we don't discriminate.
One time in gym class, in like 7th grade, we were playing Nukem.
Wait, I kind of remember that game.
It's like volleyball and something else, like mixed
Yeah.
together. Basically, you could catch the ball.
Yeah.
And yeah, we played that, and the ball's coming right for me, and this stupid idiot kid jumped in front of me to catch the ball, knocking me over and him falling also. And somehow he had cut his like elbow, which then got on me, like my shirt and my arm. Clara, my good friend, was like, "Ew, now you have AIDS."
That is so
Also,
something
this
she
was...
would say. Oh my god. Name
So
drop.
low-key, I might. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh my god. Yeah, gym class was always like a tough time because I feel like I was often getting hit in the head with a ball.
Except you know
and
what
then you'd have to be like, that didn't even hurt. I'm fine. Meanwhile, I'm like literally trying not to cry.
I think one of my most embarrassing moments happened in gym. I'm not sharing it because truly it makes me physically cringe even to think
I've
about.
had some horrible experiences.
No, horrible. And like the verbal abuse that follows is crazy. But
why didn't you kick it?
Yeah. And I
low-key, I was one of those people.
That, yeah. Yeah. I shone when it was Gaga.
The boys were, naturally.
Like, I won that game.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
And it was lit. And the trick was like everyone is gonna get themselves out in the beginning when they're being too like flashy and showy and trying to like show off.
Yeah.
So you have to like just kind of like hang around, and then when it gets to like less people, then you get into action. You bounce it off the backboard.
One kid in my grade was so intense that he brought in gloves and he was like, "These are my Gaga gloves,"
which they do sell.
And everyone made fun of him because we were like, "It's not that serious."
There's a Gaga gym near my house.
Like, that's too much
for like birthday parties and stuff.
Okay.
I don't think people actually.
I guess.
Actually, probably.
Also, trampoline parks.
Crazy.
Go away. The thought of them makes me nauseous. Truly.
I feel like it smells bad in there.
It smells bad. It's just like,
Have you ever been?
Yeah.
Oh. I've never been.
Many a time. People have had birthday parties there.
Ooh.
Like, so bad. And I would walk in and be like, they give you grippy socks.
Yeah. like you're in a psych ward.
Yeah. I was like, I feel like I am. Like, this is psychological torture.
Crazy.
Because everyone's like, do a flip! And I'm like, I'm trying not to vomit and scream and cry. I'm actually trying not to cry right now. So that should kind of tell you what
trampoline
kind of child
sponsor
I was.
us.
Sponsor us, Sky Zone. I've had some really bad memories there, but and then they had like a American Ninja Warrior thing, which was fun because I'm competitive.
Right.
But just the jumping on the trampoline, and they're like, they had dodgeball. I was like, oh yeah, this is so annoying.
Did they have the thing where you put the Velcro suit on and you jump in onto the wall?
No, and if that was an option, I would run away.
How do you get down?
I don't like trampolines, honestly.
Oh, okay. I kind of like them.
I don't. I hate them.
I knocked the wind out of me for the first time in gymnastics class on the trampoline. I don't know how it happened. We were doing like seat jumps, and I guess I just didn't like
tuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was unpleasant. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up.
Guys.
Also, my hair is not oily. I put like a.
And no one was thinking that it was, and that's a crazy thing.
I like to do disclaimers. Anyway.
So, happy holidays from us here at So Simpatico. Thank you for listening to us.
Yeah.
Yap and yap and yap about almost nothing.
Yep. About nothing entertaining. I feel like this was boring, but hopefully not.
Guys, we're on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts.
Spotify.
We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. Please rate us 5 stars, leave us comments, leave us likes,
and please subscribe.
Smash that subscription button.
Yeah. We are trying to make money off of this.
Send us an email if you want.
Oh yeah.
Like if you've done all that and you're like, what else can I do? Ooh. Send us an email to read together.
And our email is
write a joke.
SoSimpaticopod@gmail.com.
It's linked in our Instagram. Our YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so send us a little email. We're happy. If you have any questions, this is not going to get a single view. If you have any questions, Clara will watch it. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any topics you want us to discuss, our hot takes,
yep,
let us know. Okay.
And happy holidays.
Happy
Merry
holidays. Merry
Christmas.
Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy
Yeah.
Hanukkah,
Happy New Year.
happy New Year.
We'll see you soon.
Mwah. See you soon.